secrets of different bills. At Uncle Demi, you need it, I got it listed, yeah. You wanna make it, I'll show you just how to make it, yeah. I got all the rarest bills, and I ain't done yet. Went from the finish to making bills like a prospect. Flow space and slashes to catching us with a law threat. You keep the medals cause the right one's coming up next. Only scratch the surface. Still they try to drag my name in dirt. They try to bring me down. See me winning. You ain't like me.
Yo, what's good, my nephews and nieces? This is your favorite uncle, Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, all right? Today, we're going to be looking at the best finisher badges for NBA 2K23. But before we get into this video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. Liking up the video will definitely push the video to the recommended. And of course, subscribing will put you on noti game for my daily double uploads. But now let's just jump right into it, okay? So the way we're going to break this down is we're doing an update from right now what we're looking at after, I mean, I don't know how many months it's been, but it's been a few months. Let's see what, September, October, November, December, January. It's been 5 months, man. So it's been 5 months since 2K been out, and I think it's a good time to do an update of what are the best finishing badges. Now, how we're gonna break this down is gonna be S tiers, which are just like you gotta have, right? Then you have A tiers, which are really good, gotta have badges also, and then of course we'll go B tier, right? We're not gonna go any lower than that because again, most badges are prevalent in certain situations, but we're gonna go ahead and stick to the meat and potatoes of a build. What's the most important and what's going to be the most effective, okay? So what we're going to do first is we're going to go ahead and start for my B tier badges, right? B tier badges are good, and again, when I talk about these badges, they're really going to be based upon the position because it could be an S or an A tier, right? Depending on the build. But the first one we're going to talk about is going to be Giant Slayer, okay? Now, the thing about Giant Slayer, which makes it really, really good, if you are short, this is actually an S tier badge, right? So you might be like, well, Demi, why is this not an S tier badge? Well, because most of us are tall. Most of us are going to be 6'9", okay? And again, for this to be truly effective, you do need to be 3 inches shorter than the person you're going against. Well, guess what? In the park, and again, I make most of these videos for park and stuff, but again, maybe in the rec also, but really in the park, you're going to be going against a lot of 6'9", 6'8", right? 6'7", right? It's just very far and few to see somebody that's shorter. Now, I do play with some guys and gals that are smaller guards, like 6'1", and I always tell them, well, they already know. Hall of Fame, you want to go at this. But if you're 6'9", you really don't need this badge, okay? So that's the reason why it's a B tier, because it could be an A tier if you're short, but if you're not short and you're taller, it's B tier because you really don't need it, okay? Now, the other one is going to be Post Spin Technician. Again, right? You see how this is a B tier? But again, if you're a center, it's an A tier, right? But again, the reason why it's only a B tier is because me as a 6'9" player, and again, like a Michael Jordan build, I use a replica builds a lot, and you watch my videos, you know I love doing like working in the post. If you're working in the post, you always want to try to get this as high as you possibly can. And that's what makes B tier, these B tier badges are like literally, they could be S tier, A tier automatically, and that's what makes them in the B tier because really it's about what position you're playing and what build you're using, right? But Post Spin Technician is good. If you have post control at all, I highly recommend at least putting it on silver. Find a way, especially if you like working in the post, to at least get your Post Spin Technician on silver because you're definitely going to be going against a guard that is not in no way, shape, or form is going to have any type of post-up defense, right? They're not going to have any of those badges to stop it, okay? And then the last one in the B tier, again, is going to be another one, Back Down Punisher. Again, like I said this before, the reason why this is a B tier and not an A tier is because, again, if you're a center, yes, you want this to be as high as you can. But again, if you work in the post, it's good. And I love putting this on bronze and silver on my MJ replica. Actually, most of my replica builds got post, right? And because I'm always looking for that initial animation of the back down punish animation. You know what I'm talking about. You hold R2 and L2, you back down, and the defender stumbles back because you really hit him with the back down punisher badge. That's when I go for the hop shot fade, or I just go for a normal fade. So it's good, especially if you're center. So again, just to recap, all these could be S tier badges based upon Giant Slayer, it's based upon your height. Post Spin Technician and Back Down Punisher, again, is based upon your height if you're a center, and then also if you have post control. But I didn't want to just throw them away and make it seem like they're not good badges because they are. You know, Drop Step is too another good one, but I just didn't put them in there because I usually try to get my badges in 3s, right? So I don't really mess with Drop Stepper like that. I'd rather go both Back Down Punisher and Post Spin Technician, okay? Now, let's hop into the A tier badges, okay? A tier badges, again, are really, really good ones. So let me just go ahead and get these up. a little bit higher so I can get 10. Okay, bet. So the first one we're going to be is actually going to be Posterizer, okay? So the first A tier badge that we're looking at is Posterizer. Now, the first thing people are going to say is like, well, Demi, like, why is this not an S tier badge? Well, because to be honest with you, you can get a lot of posters on bronze, right? If you know how to control Pro Stick and actually do your own animation contact dunk, like to initiate your own contact dunk, you really don't need Posterizer that high, right? But it's still a good because it opens up the green window. So I do recommend going as high as you can. I do have a 99 driving dunk build, and I'm telling you right now, it's so godly because I've been so used to playing with silver, right? And now to have a build that has Hall of Fame, the green window looks massive in my opinion. So what I'm saying is that, and you get more contact dunks by just pressing square than actually trying to initiate with your Pro Stick. So I definitely recommend that, okay? Now, another one, A-tier badge, 100% is Rise Up. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you have not done Rise Up, let me go ahead and drop this down a little bit. Make these be back to where it needs to be, all right? Let me drop these down to gold, all right? Let me go gold here, all right? So if you have not done Rise Up, you need to. Rise Up is such a deadly badge to have, man. I have a 90 standing dunk build. I did a short on it, and I have Rise Up on Hall of Fame, and I get immense contact dunks under the basket with Rise Up. I didn't even know Rise Up was was that OP until I started utilizing it. Rise Up is a really, really strong badge you want to have, especially if you're a center. But if you're running with a 6'9", then you have Rise Up on bronze or silver, equipped it. Whatever it is at, equipped it. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be very valuable. But I guarantee you this, if you can get it on gold or Hall of Fame, you can tell a massive difference of how much you're going to get, how often you get contact dunks, or how often you get a dunk by having it on gold or Hall of Fame. So if you don't have it right now, do it. But whatever color you got, just go ahead and put it on. You'll see a difference, okay? Now, the other one's going to be Fast Twitch, okay? Now, Fast Twitch, what makes Fast Twitch really, really good to me is the simple fact that, let me go get this back down to gold because I want all these to go. The thing about Fast Twitch is this, all right? You get a lot of opportunities, especially as a taller build. Again, going off the idea that most people are going to be 6'9", 6'8", right? If you're shorter, 6'1", 6'2" guard, this is not his most important badge that you want to be trying to look at. You want to stick with like the Fearless Finisher, the Slithery, Giant Slayer, and that type of deal, right? But Fast Twitch is still good for you for a stand lay, but it's not going to be like you're going to be trying to do that all the time, right? It's going to be for your taller builds, 6'9" and up. A lot of people are 6'9". Fast Twitch speeds up your standing layups around the basket. Is very important to me. I can tell a massive difference of how quickly I can get the ball off. So I definitely recommend going that. So these are my 3 tier A badges. I think they're very important, ones that you definitely want to at least have equipped, especially based upon the size and height of your player, okay? Now let's get into the big bad boys of badges, meaning that everybody need to have these badges, right? If you go into the basket, you finishing, everybody need to have these badges, okay? The first one is going to be Slithery. Holy moly, this badge topped off with Clamp Breaker, like you feel like there's not even defenders, right? Clamp Breaker gets you past them, then get to the paint, and you go up for your dunk or layup, and there's no contact. Like you're just like, bro, like what's going on? Slithery Finisher on Hall of Fame is a cheat code, okay? Most of you will probably, if you're 6'9", and you do like 86 driving down, you probably only have like silver. Still utilize silver. Whatever you got, you need to equip it. I don't care if it's bronze. You need to put Slithery Finisher on at all times. It's a really, really good OP badge. I highly recommend you get it. Do not do anything else without it. It's really, really good, okay? And then the other one is going to be Limitless Takeoff. Like, are you serious? Like, of course, Limitless Takeoff is going to be an option. Limitless Takeoff is so good. We actually ban it in my tournaments, right? You can only have it on silver because Limitless Takeoff is just that. I mean, it makes you MJ, right? It makes you MJ, makes you Vince Carter, makes you Zion Williamson, makes you Zach LaVine. Like, you can just jump from the free throw line consistently after just 2 dribbles. You don't even need any momentum. You can just take it up and go. So, again, most of y'all will probably have this on gold because you're probably hitting that 86 driving dunk. So, you already know the benefits of that. But if you're new and you're not understanding, this is a badge you definitely want to make sure you have as high as you can. There's a certain dunk packages that will activate that, but at the same time, just make sure you do the OP badges, Quick Drop, Scottie Pippen, Clyde Drexler, LeBron James. No, these dunk packages are really, really good. They activate a lot. 1 foot tomahawk dunks, that's going to activate Limitless too. So I mean, we're not going over what activates them, but regardless, you can tell the difference by having them. So you definitely want to have Limitless. And then last but not least, like, is there any questions or concerns about it? You already know it is going to be Fearless Finisher. So a lot of people go to the basket because, again, you're 6'9", you're trying to go to the basket all the time. Fearless Finisher is going to allow you to, hell, there's times when I get knocked out on my contact dunk animation. Fearless Finisher is what's going to take over, and that's going to be the one that's going to help you get those layups. As you see, it says strengthens a player's ability to absorb contact and still finish. Also reduces the amount of energy lost from contact layups. Again, it's very OP. It's just, it works so well with Slithery, Limitless, Posterizer. All you really need is Fearless, Slithery, Posterizer, and Limitless, and you're gonna start putting in work. All right. You top it off with Fast Switch and Rise Up, you're unstoppable. Then if you want to have fun with it, you go ahead and put these on, and you're going to be having a great time. Okay, so again, those are going to be my S tier badges. So just to recap, B tier is going to be Giant Slayer, Postman Technician, and Back Down Punisher. They could be S tier. Excuse me, based upon your build. Giant Slayer, if you're 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", definitely want to have that on Hall of Fame. Postman Technician, Back Down Punisher. If you're a center, post scorer, you definitely want to have those on Hall of Fame. But if you're someone like me that loves to always try to, play with like builds that have post control, then yes, you want to at least get these up as high as you possibly can, especially when you're playing in 1v1, 2v2. Then my S tier, my A tier badges is going to be Posterizer, Rise Up, and Fast Twitch. And then we're going to top it off with the S tier, which is Slithery, Limitless, and Fearless Finisher. Okay, so let me know in the comment section what you think about these badges. What you think, what will be your S tier, A tier, and B tier badges. And again, this is your favorite old head, Uncle Demi. I'll be back really, really soon with another banger, man. And you know, when I say back soon with another banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow, man. I'm out.